The Best Hit USA。こんばんは、小林和也です。アメリカのホットな情報と最新のヒットチャートをお送りする Best Hit USA。まず話題のアーティストを紹介するホットメニューのコーナーです。今週はグループ結成22年目を迎え、ようやくというかついに初のソロアルバム She's the Boss を出しましたローリング・ストーンズのミック・ジャガー。彼とのパリでのインタビューと合わせてご覧いただきましょう。
Why you stay in Paris at the moment?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask you at first.
Well, we're here in Paris to make a Rolling Stones album.
Oh, new album.
Yeah, and we started that a week ago.
A week ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you just started?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So we're all playing. We were there till 8:30 this morning. So I sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I get up.
Yeah. Did you have any concept for your solo album before the recording?
Well, I didn't. I mean, I obviously wanted it to be different from the Rolling Stones. There's no point for me to make another album the same, sound exactly the same. There's no point. But it's still very much an album that has its roots in blues and rhythm and blues and urban music.
Yeah.
Very much. And it's not an album that's crazy like as jazz or is this direction. So it has one direction. So when I started, I thought I had some specific ideas for some very hard sounds, some very goodbye, so for some very hard sounds, and other things I just let them come, you know, try different ways of doing things, different arrangements.
Why you didn't make a solo album for such a long time?
Very lazy.
Just lazy?
Yeah, but I made a lot of, you know, first when I was young, when I was like this, I started with the Rolling Stones and we worked very hard, you know, all the time on the road.
You don't have much time.
Didn't have any time. Then when I had time, then I took some time off, you know. And that was a period when I was a bit more lazy, I think. And then I started to work hard.
So when did you start to recording for your solo album?
In April.
In April?
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah. I work in the Bahamas, you know, in the Caribbean. I start off with Sly Dunbar, and Robbie Shakespeare, the drummer and the bass player.
Yeah.
And Jeff Beck. And we spend like 2 or 3 weeks there. And then I brought in other musicians from New York. And had lots of people come in and had Herbie Hancock come in and play. And we used quite a lot of different musicians over the period of time it took. It took about 2 or 3 months to do.
Yeah, as you said, you had a really gorgeous guest player. And any other Pete Townsend?
Pete Townsend, yeah, I was in London for a little while. And I was doing acoustic guitar myself, and I saw Pete. And he's very good, you know, he's not really known for acoustic. And I said, come on, Pete, you play, it's better than me. So he plays on one tune, acoustic guitar.
And you produced Nile Rodgers and Bill Laswell.
Yeah.
They were known as really most exciting and most newest people in today's New York scene, I think.
Yeah, they're both in New York. Actually, one's from Detroit, Bill Laswell's from Detroit, but they work a lot in New York. Bill Laswell, he's never made a rock and roll record before. He made, what do you call, hip-hop.
Yeah, hip-hop or more jazz or something.
No, more rap, you know. And Nile Rodgers was, when he was young, he's black, but he liked groups like the Led Zeppelin, things like this. Yeah. So he's very much rock and roll. But he started out with the group Chic. He used to play in the group Chic. Remember the tune? Freak, Love Freak. But he's a guitar player, so that I could play with Nile, you know, I could play the songs. And Bill is a bass player.
And when and how did you meet them?
Well, I met them in New York, and I would say, you know, are you interested in this project? they say, yeah. We get together and talk. And it's interesting to work with two people because you get two different approaches. Bill is more intellectual, you know, quiet, thinking. And Niall is all kind of like this.
Yeah.
So it's two totally different approaches.
Do you have any plan for the concert tour as Rolling Stones in the summer?
Yeah, at the end of the summer.
The end of summer?
Yeah.
Without the world tour?
Well, we start in America and then we see about the world.
Except Japan.
Except Japan.
Oh, disappointing. It's always except Japan, right?
Well, I don't think the Rolling Stones can come. I can come to Japan. I will come, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm allowed. I think.